This is the Voice of Turkey's English language transmission, broadcasting from Ankara in the 25-meter band between 1330 and 1430 UTC on 12035 kHz to Europe. You can listen to us over the Turksat 3A and 4A satellites and on the internet at www.trt.net.tr through the Voice of Turkey link. Our email address is englishdesk@trt.net.tr.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021. This is the Voice of Turkey's English language transmission, presented by Efsun Duri Öcalar. First news. Turkey's Deputy Foreign Minister Yavuz Selim Kıran criticized Athens and others for openly violating the non-refoulement principle, as he said over 88,000 migrants and refugees have been pushed back by Greece in the past 3 years. Speaking at a panel held by the Justice Academy of Turkey titled Human Trafficking and Refugee Laws, Kıran said Turkey has always embraced oppressed people fleeing conflict. Kıran highlighted that more international cooperation is necessary to ensure that refugees live in humane conditions. Unfortunately, some countries do not refrain from violating the basic principles of international law, Kıran said, adding that Greece has been openly violating the non-refoulement principle by pushing migrants back to Turkey. He continued by noting that Turkey has shared footage and documents proving Greece's pushbacks with global institutions and the European Union, as he said all countries are obliged to abide by international law and human rights accords. The United States surpassed 500,000 coronavirus-related deaths Monday as the country continues to grapple with the pandemic. In all, 500,000 deaths were related to COVID-19 complications, while more than 28 million cases have been recorded in the country, according to data from Johns Hopkins University. U.S. President Joe Biden has ordered all U.S. flags in the country lowered to half-mast for 5 days to commemorate the lives lost to the virus. The flag atop the White House was seen at half-mast late Monday afternoon. The U.S. has, however, been slowing the virus march, with daily cases and deaths on a gradual decline since hitting all-time highs in early January. Meanwhile, 1,249 deaths were also recorded on Sunday, while the figure is staggering. The decline comes as the U.S. has distributed over 75 million doses of the 2 vaccines the Food and Drug Administration has cleared for emergency usage, according to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention data. A suicide bomber has blown himself up near a busy shopping mall and a police station in Somalia's capital Mogadishu. There was no immediate confirmation of casualties in the aftermath of the explosion on Tuesday. A man blew himself up between the Mogadishu mall and the Hamar Reina district police station in Mogadishu, said Ismail Mukhtar Oronjo, spokesman for the Information Ministry. He exploded while security forces were chasing him after the police identified him as a suspect before the bomb went off. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei of Iran has said that his country might enrich uranium up to 60% purity if the country needed it, and would never yield to U.S. pressure over this nuclear activity, state TV reported. Iran's 2015 nuclear deal with 6 powers, which it has been breaching since the United States withdrew in 2018, caps the fifth authority to which Tehran can refine uranium at 3.6 67%, well under the 20% achieved before the agreement and far below the 90% suitable for a nuclear weapon. Iran's uranium enrichment level will not be limited to 20%. We will increase it to whatever level the country needs. We may increase it to 60%. The TV quoted Khamenei as saying, upping the ante in a standoff with U.S. President Joe Biden's administration over the future of the fraying deal. Americans and European parties to the deal have used unjust language against Iran. Iran will not yield to pressure. Our stance will not change, Khamenei added. Hundreds of thousands of protesters have gathered for mass rallies across Myanmar despite the ruling junta's threat to use lethal force against people who joined a general strike against the military's takeover 3 weeks ago. Tens of thousands gathered near the U.S. Embassy in Yangon on Tuesday, despite barriers blocking the way, but left to avoid a confrontation after 20 military trucks with riot police arrived nearby. Protests continued in other parts of the city, including next to Sule Pagoda, a traditional gathering point. Factories, workplaces, and shops were shuttered across the country Monday in response to the call for a nationwide strike. Well, for the economics, the value of Bitcoin has dropped below 50,000 US dollars as investors began to get a little nervous about the digital currency's lost devaluation, and some leveraged players took profit. The cryptocurrency dropped more than 10% on Tuesday, its largest daily drop in a month, to hit 48.575 US dollars. That extends a sharp withdrawal of more than 16% from a record high hit on Sunday, although Bitcoin remains up around 75% for the year. The drop came despite broad US dollar weaknesses. The markets rallied almost unimpeded since the beginning of the month and to some degree since the beginning of the year, said James Quinn, managing director at digital asset platform in Hong Kong. And US authorities on Monday arrested the wife of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman Loera, the leader of the Mexican drug organization known as the Sinaloa Cartel in Virginia, said the Justice Department. Emma Coronel was arrested at Dulles International Airport on charges related to her alleged involvement in international drug trafficking, said the department in a statement. The dual U.S.-Mexican citizen is scheduled to make her initial appearance in federal court Tuesday in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia via video conference. According to court documents, she is charged with participating in a conspiracy to distribute cocaine, meth, heroin, marijuana for importation into the U.S. And that was the news brought to you by the Voice of Turkey.